JKB back with another episode. Today I'm reviewing Thumper on the show. Thank you so much to the dev for sending over the review copy for my Nintendo Switch. This is a game that is called a violent rhythm game, which makes no sense on paper. How does that work? How are you going to sort of inject violence into a rhythm game? Then you start to think about it, and you think about past games that are about the rhythm of the music, but also the tone of them, the atmosphere of them. They're usually very futuristic because they're always involving some sort of electronic music. So they want to go in that sort of path, which makes sense in the past. But this is like an out-of-body experience. Fans of Alien, fans of video games in general, but fans of Alien, fans of 2001 Space Odyssey, fans of sci-fi, fans of out-of-body experiences will love this game. To explain what it is very simple. You are some sort of, well, it looks simple in its design. You're a beetle, the silver beetle that's going along a track, and the track's being fed to you essentially by this monster, this demon, or however you want to interpret it. I think it's one of those games that they don't really lay down a story, because guess what? There's no story in this. You're guessing on what's going on. But the main objective is a rhythm game. The music in this game is like nothing you've ever heard in a rhythm game before. It's not your typical electronic beat over and over, you know, with melodies and drops. This is totally based on the terror that this boss, this character, I don't want to give too much away, but this entity is giving you as this track is just speeding by at light speed. Are you in space? You don't know. This sort of like this mechanical, biological mix that creates just this atmosphere that is mind-blowing at times. It goes at the speed of light, it seems, and it is very difficult. I could say that. It does get very hard. However, once you get into the rhythm of this game, you're going to have a blast because, you know, this review is quite easy to say that I haven't played a game like this for a very long time. A game that actually takes me out of my body and puts me into the focus of the game, because the music is completely and utterly terrifying, and it is telling you on screen as it's sending you this track, you better do good or you're going to die horribly. This beetle can do different maneuvers. So if you push, say, forward on the analog stick and hit A, you will lift the beetle up off the track. As you get further into the game, you kind of do these combos. So you hold left and hit A, which will sort of push him to one side of the track, and you'll avoid sort of a power surge on the right side of the track, or you push left and avoid the right side, and it's very like, it's like being on a roller coaster, and it just keeps fucking going and going, and the music's like, and you're just like, oh my god. And all of a sudden the boss like comes over the horizon, and you're like, how are you gonna do this? So the game's split up into minor sections that you have to complete without making any mistakes within that, and then you have to hit the A button to cause this pulse that sends it down the track, and it goes right up to the boss, and that's how you attack the bosses in this. There's just this atmosphere that I'm going to close out on here that is just spectacular, and I'm going to say if you are able to play Thumper on any device, including the Switch, I mean, it's built really for VR. This is a VR experience right through to its core. You have to experience this on PlayStation VR. I'm gonna highly recommend it for the Nintendo Switch because it's this game that you play short bursts of, but it's just addictive. You don't realize, like, I'm playing 5 minutes, then you're playing 3 hours, and what just happened? And it's just constantly begging you to come back because you get sucked into it. And it's so intense at times that you just haven't felt that in gaming for quite some time. So I gotta give the developers of this game a 9.5. Like, this is incredible. Incredible. This game, this is the idea of a dev designing something that is based on past architecture, which is a rhythm game, and taking in his own ideas. Like, he wanted to create something menacing, something terrifying, and he did that. And this is really needs to be applauded in gaming, because you don't see things like this. Taking a chance like this, spending that much, you know, money and time, it really paid off with Thumper. So check it out on any of the devices that you're able to. It's pretty cheap, and it will really fulfill some sort of need you have for a challenge in gaming, because once you get through some of these levels, you feel great about what you have done. So thank you so much for watching, and if you could subscribe, that would mean amazing things to me, because I like to eat donuts and sandwiches, and I'd like to continue to do that. So thank you so much for watching JKB. I'll see you in the next episode of JKB. That was redundant.